The defense team in the Charlie Kirk case is looking to push back the preliminary hearing based on the fact that there is no conclusive link between the bullet that was recovered in Charlie Kirk and the firearm that was used to fire the bullet. Now, that sounds crazy, right? And I know that there are a bunch of conspiracy theorists around this case, so I want to take a little bit of time to explain to you guys what this means and what this is, and essentially what this means for his case. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Stephanie. I'm a criminal defense attorney, specifically a public defender, and I, like many of you, have been watching this case unfold from the sidelines because a lot of this is being kept under wraps. That's going to change, though, because the judge ordered that the press is allowed to get a lot of this information. So let's break this down. Now, I wanted to try to explain this to you guys as easily and as simply as possible. So I did grab a portion of the CNN article that explains it, and then we'll discuss. So CNN reported that Tyler Robinson's defense team said in recent court filings that the analysis from the ATF could not conclusively connect a bullet fragment recovered during the autopsy to the rifle found near the scene. Okay, the FBI is running additional tests. The report's been kept private, but attorneys have cited snippets. The success of a forensic ballistics analysis largely depends on the size and the condition of the bullet fragments. Experts are looking for unique microscopic markings that are left on the bullet as it passes through the gun's barrel. Obviously, there are the fingerprints, and that no two firearms make identical markings. So essentially what they're saying is that because of the bullet and the way that it was recovered from Charlie Kirk, they can't match it to the firearm that was used to fire the bullet. All right. So either it was too damaged or that it fragmented too much and the pieces weren't able to be put together correctly in order to match it with the markings. Not that necessarily that it isn't the bullet, but not necessarily that it is the bullet, right? So that is a huge win for the defense team in the Charlie Kirk case. Now, I know some people are happy to hear that. Some people are not happy to hear that, but that's the truth of the matter. All right. Now, there are other things, obviously, that matter. Okay. That doesn't necessarily have to be the end all be all, but that's a huge part of the case, right? You have to, or you want to match the bullet to the weapon that was used to fire it. So essentially what the defense team wants to do is they want to push the preliminary hearing back a few months so they can do their own analysis, get their own experts, because if at the preliminary hearing they can't tie Tyler Robinson to the shooting, then the case gets dismissed, right? Because that's what the preliminary hearing and the basis for that is. So the defense team wants a little bit more time because they want to make sure that they have all of their ducks in the row. There's also other evidence that has multiple sources of DNA, not the weapon though. The weapon only has Tyler Robinson's DNA on it. But other than that, that's what we're looking at. So let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you have questions. Okay, bye.